About a third of Americans live in high-risk areas for COVID-19. That's according to the CDC. Daily cases are up about 26% from last week, and because of that, the agency's director urged people to wear masks in public in indoor spaces during a briefing yesterday. Hospitalizations are also up 22%. So with cases on the rise, we want to make sure we are answering your questions about COVID. So Dr. David Agus is here in studio to help us out. Dr. Agus, it is good to have you in New York and not on a remote from Zoom in LA.
It's great, although it's raining, which is kind of wild.
That does suck. So a lot of viewers have a lot of questions. So let's get to the first one. This person got her booster shot, her third shot last fall, but she's not eligible for a fourth shot. So her third shot was last fall. Is she still protected?
So what we're saying is that 5 months after that last booster shot is when immunity goes to a level that you need another booster shot. But in the United States, there's an age cutoff of 50. That cutoff will come down soon, and she will be eligible for a fourth shot soon. She still has significant protection. Those T cells last for a while. And so we are, in a sense, it's a little bit arbitrary, 5 months versus 6 versus 7. So she's still protected. It's not perfect. And when a new booster shot comes out for her age group or where they announce that, she should get it.
So then this sort of leads into this other person's question, which is about that cutoff mark, 50, right? Do you think that adults under 50 and kids should get a second booster?
Yes. I mean, listen, what's happening is it's not that the vaccines don't work, it's the virus is changing. And the more immunity you have, the better protection you are from being hospitalized. Unfortunately, the vaccines don't prevent transmission, but they do prevent serious illness. As we just heard, the cases and the hospitalizations are going up in the country, and that's worrisome. So if there's a way to protect you with no real downside, I would do it.
So if the virus is changing, though, do the current boosters that we have right now protect against the current virus that we're battling?
We are so wildly lucky that the answer is yes. In China, it did, right? In China, they had a good vaccine for the first, but it didn't work, and that's why they're having major issues now. These all work against serious illness, the current vaccines, Moderna and Pfizer, against all of the known variants. That's not to say something won't change in the future, but we are very lucky now. In the fall, we will have boosters with different variants in them. And that will give us a much broader spectrum of immunity. And the hope is it can actually block transmission. So new one in the fall, but don't stop it now. It's a lot of months till that new ones will be available. Get it now to have protection.
So, Doctor, I had my second booster in April 23rd. I went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I did not get COVID, even though a lot of people did. I wonder then, how long will my protection last? Because there's been some I've heard from different doctors, it could be a couple of months, it could be less than that. How long am my peak level of protection with this second booster? April 23rd was my date.
Not to be offensive, but how old are you?
I am 50, about to be 53. I'm 52.
I think a few minutes to give that answer.
I always got to remember. I am very proud to be in my 50s.
There you go.
Yes.
You're going to be protected for 6+ months, no question about it. You're not protected from symptomatic illness. And so I think what people don't understand is there are lots of forms of Omicron now. BA1, BA2, BA4, BA5, we're seeing all these. If you have one, you can get another one down the road. So with your booster shot, you are protected from serious illness, and that is awesome.
But not from getting it.
You could still have a mild cold, et cetera, if you got another variant. And I think that's what's important, is that, you know, these are great vaccines. They are dramatically saving lives and reducing hospitalizations, but they're not preventing transmission.
So my answer to that question would have been, why do you want to know? What difference does it make? Why does the age make a difference?
Well, because as we get older, our immune system is just not as potent.
Okay.
And so the younger you are, the more potent your immune system. And when we start to see 50, 55, 60, a decrease, and those are the people that are more vulnerable to serious illness.
This question, though, Emery.
And you look in your 40s.
This number 4, I think, is a really interesting one, because I know somebody in my life who's had this issue where they're testing. They haven't had a fever in 4 days. They've isolated for 5 days, but they keep testing positive. Like they're fine, and 5, 6, 7 days they're taking these at-home tests and they're still showing positive results.
That's a really important one, because that happens to a lot of people in this country. What the tests look for is a piece of COVID-19, a piece of the virus. So if you have 2 days of being asymptomatic, all your symptoms are gone, that means you can release quarantine in a sense. And you may still test positive because a fragment of the virus is still there. So it's not an active virus, not a virus that can infect others, but you will step positive. And that is confusing, that is difficult. And obviously when someone says, well, I'm still testing positive, you stay away from that person. We're all scared, but we're gonna have to learn to accept that. The tests aren't perfect, They're pretty good, but they're not perfect.
So this next question, actually, I know people in this position. So this person wants to know, they've noticed people getting sick multiple times. I have a really good friend who got COVID in around Christmas time, and then she got it again last month. And she's double vaxxed and boosted. So she's like, what gives? So this person wants to know, are people getting infected with the same variant over and over again, or are they getting infected with different variants?
And they are conflating the fact that in the early days of the pandemic, when the vaccines became available, they feel that the CDC and others were suggesting that once you were vaccinated, you never had to worry about COVID ever again. And that seems to have changed.
Right. Well, I mean, it didn't really change. I mean, right, the data
in their minds is what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
You had 95% protection against serious illness with the vaccines, and that's really holding true. It's doing very, very well. But the original Omicron variant, which came out in December, it's like a movie,
right.
Which rose in December, it was called BA.1. And when the BA.2 and then 3 and 4 and 5 came, they're so radically different. They're more different than Delta was to Omicron than they are to each other. So if you got one in December, you can get the new variant of Omicron now. And so you're not protected from it. The immunity doesn't cross over. The virus changed.
But Dr. Agus, we've been talking about this, and I've heard it framed through the lens of, well, maybe it's going to be like the flu where we get a booster every year or whatever. But since the coronavirus biologically, if I understand correctly, is closer to a cold, like a common cold, and we get common colds all the time, and we don't have to stay home, we don't have to wear masks, or maybe it's a good idea to wear a mask, but shouldn't we think about COVID-19 once we reach a certain level of vaccination in this country, like the cold, that some people will have it, they'll wear a mask, and they can go to work?
So the issue is the following, is that first of all, asymptomatic spread. With a common cold, you don't have asymptomatic spread. With this, you do.
You don't have asymptomatic. Oh,
right. So you have a 2-day period where you could be asymptomatic and spread the virus, number one. Number two is this is what we call a neurotropic virus. That's what long COVID is. It affects the brain of these individuals. And unfortunately, long COVID can have lasting ramifications, as we're seeing with tens of millions of people in the country.
Right.
So while it's the same family of virus, it does behave differently. What we're going to have going forward is two things. One is you're 50 and older, you'll probably get every 6 months some sort of booster. You're 50 and younger, be once a year. And then we're going to have to get used to the fact that we're going to get COVID-19 if we're vaccinated. And then every 6 months or so, 7 to 10 days, you'll stay home from work and you'll work from home because you will be positive. That's going to be our new normal. We're going to live with it. We're not going to hide from this virus, and we're going to be okay.
So do you think that we're all going to have like COVID tests next to our, I don't know, Tylenol or bottles? It'll just be like part of our kind of, what do you call it?
I mean, we do. We have a test in case we're doing anything.
The COVID test is the new thermometer, right? We had this all the time, right? Where you put them on your ear and your forehead and your mouth. And this is the new thermometer, and it's going to hopefully dictate our behavior.
Oh, it's so interesting. Dr. David Agus, it is fantastic
It's so great to have you here in the studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.